I hope you will think like I do. The first impression was great against this white, and the lights are beautiful, and I haven't seen yet much from the city. Malmö. Are you all from Malmö? Yes. Okay. So, as you see, most of the paintings are what we call in professional language mixed media. I am using collage, I am using painting, paints, acrylic, oil, pastel, pencils, charcoal, everything that goes into a composition, and I'm dealing with research of harmony. Harmony means that the things are going together and they are like getting in a motion and getting in composition that makes like you make clothing, or you make the table, or you make the furniture at home, which is in, I don't like the word decoration, but we are decorating the canvas. We are putting things together to create an idea, to create a feeling, to create I always keep on saying harmony. And harmony is very personal, of course. Some people prefer disharmony rather than classical. And I am trying to express my own feelings, which are love for colors, love for shapes, and a lot of love for music. As you can see, almost in every painting, I'm using the theme of musical notes or musical instrument, or the clavier of piano, or anything that reminds the language of music. As myself, I am fan of opera, and I love the music and voice, of course. I did do some etching, which do we have here some etching? I will ask my friend in a little while if we have etching. Do you all know what etchings mean as opposed to paintings? Etching is like lithographies. You know what lithography is? It is another way of printing, but not on stones, but on metal. And I think the gallery, we have some etchings which is also a little more figurative than the paintings themselves, because I did 6 operas recently, about 6 different operas, like the Magic Flute of Mozart, the Rheingold of Wagner, like Salome of Richard Strauss, and Carmen of Bizet, etc., and La Bohème of Puccini, and all are describing the operas. So it's not an illustration, but it's an emotion as to these operas. I did also Stravinsky, the Firebird, and the Sacre du Printemps, and I did also the 4 tetralogy of Wagner also. So I'm very into opera and into translation of music into colors, composition, and paintings. As you will see, there is always a dominant color per painting. It's not always like this painting, for instance, where there is a mélange, a mixture of white, red, gray, yellow, and black, and all together, but the dominant color is gray. And on this wall you can see a dominant color of blue, of red, of grays, of yellow, of sometimes darker yellow, sometimes stronger red, sometimes stronger blues, pure blues, like you all heard about Yves Klein, the French artist. We used to use a spatial blue, and this is the same ultramarine or blue, which I'm using as a dominant color when it is blue. Okay? Now I am working on etchings, which is in German it's Radierung. I don't know how it would say in Swedish. Would you know? Etching. It is etching.
Etsningar.
Voilà, etching in German, and probably in Swedish as well. Voilà, so this is more or less what is my work. If you have questions, please don't hesitate to ask.
Okay, why did you start painting?
Why did I?
Start painting.
Oh, why? I don't know why. I know I had to do it.
Okay.
When I was a child, I saw things around me, and I took a pencil and I tried to make a copy of what I saw, and I was amazed myself how it was very much like the subject itself, whether it was a horse that was standing there, or an old man sitting in a park with a can, with a big beard, much bigger than mine, and he was there, and I was sketching him, and all of a sudden I discovered that I am able to do it without learning, without taking lessons, or without any training. So that was how I started. And then, of course, my teacher at school said, you should go to further training of paintings because you are talented. And that's where I learned the word talent. And so I was talented for that. I was also talented, but I don't want to show off, but I was talented for music. I was talented for theater. I was a speaker on the radio when I was a student at art school to make some money, and I had what they said a radiophonic voice. So that was also part of the things that I could do all naturally, and I love painting. To answer to your question, why? Because I love it.
What did you think about working in the US?
Now or when I was there?
When you was there and now.
When I lived there for 10 years. And maybe you saw it in some of the biographies and all that. And that was, I was a neighbor of Andy Warhol, and at this time that was the pop art, was the op art, was the conceptual art. You all know about these schools of the 60s and the 70s. And I was tempted to go also as a young painter into that, but finally I found out that it was not my world, my world, and I preferred to go into what I felt best: the love for color, the love for texture, the love for calligraphy, the love for contrast, as opposed to flat paintings like at these times you had those artists like Gottlieb or Stella, who used to paint almost as clean as the walls in this gallery, but with a pure color. I had a story to tell,